guys, Fruity Rumpus Pajama Party here. It's just me, PB, sadly, cry. Anyway, but Guadalupe isn't able to be with us. Ignore the noise in case you hear it, because my little sister is over there drawing stuff. I was sitting here and I wanted to do a how-to video for you guys. A how-to Eridan rings and or anything that has to do with the Amporas. Pretty much. They're jewelry. Pain in the ass. Excuse the language. Anyway, but pretty much what you're going to be doing is all you need is a can. A can. I have a very cheap knockoff of Coca-Cola, of which I do not like. I don't like it. This all came from my brother's whole army of Coca-Cola cans. Just a regular aluminum can. Can. And for this, all you need is this, scissors, there you go, a Sharpie, any color will do, and there she goes. Hi. Sorry, I have to push her out of the camera. She doesn't know I'm filming. Anyway, but, yeah, I'm filming. Anyway, but what you will need, can, scissors, this, some metal tape, and tulip, the little fabric paint, tulip, cheap little fabric paint, gold color. And then if you want to do his rings, you're going to need, magic clay, and then the colors you need for that, and just the tulip fabric paint, or any kind of paint, really. Just make sure it dries. So pretty much what you do is that you take the can and you stab it. You stab it just like right along this little line here, like you can notice that little line that the light's catching now. You just pretty much stab it, if my stupid scissors stab it. Okay, got it. Really what you want to do is with this stuff, make sure that it's washed out, and you just cut along this stuff, if I can get the stupid scissors back in there. There you go. Cut along this line. Probably help if I was holding the scissors right. Cut along this line, and then, I'm not going to do it right now, but once you finish cutting off the top, I have decapitated it. Then you make a straight line down to the bottom until it's too hard, like right there, and then cut that off. I have cut off its booty. It dropped. And then once you're done, you will have something like this. Ignore all of that thumping you just heard. That was that little boogers and then that little booger doing it. Anyway, but you have something like this. This video is going to be somewhat short because my camera's being stupid again, and there she goes. But you'll have something like this. Woo. If you're doing bracelets for like dual scar, or in my case I'm doing a female version of dual scar, you're going to have to make sure that it wraps completely around your wrist. Like this one kind of does, but not really. I have a different one for that. But if you're doing the bracelets, then you cut hot dog way, lengthwise. If you're doing the rings, then you just snip it off like that. Take this, wrap it around the desired finger. Wait, before you do any of the cutting, with the jagged edges, make sure you make it smooth. It can be a little crooked, just make sure that it's smooth around the edges, because it's aluminum, and you really don't want to ruin your cosplay or costume or anything that you're probably going to be here for. You just want this stuff and make sure that it's smooth. That's about it. And if it isn't smooth, then it's going to hurt whenever you try and put it on. But for the rings, you cut it along this side, you cut it across that way, and you just take it, the shiny side will be out. Take it and wrap it around your desired finger, and make sure it's loose. I mean, it doesn't have to be completely even like this one isn't, but just make sure it's loose enough to take it on and off, because having to constantly cut it to get it off isn't a good thing. So just make sure it's loose, and then you get the metal tape, which I don't really have. It's kind of spur of the moment video, but I don't have metal tape right now. And then you just tape the two pieces together in a circle and make sure that it still fits. Like I said, don't have the metal tape, so I'm just going to be doing it this way. And then once you have the tape, my recommendation is for whenever you're adding the whatchamacallit. I'm trying to make sure you guys don't always get a giant view of my boobs. Anyway, but once you get the magic clay, whichever color that you want, and then you have the purple tulip fabric paint or paint, you take the flat side, like where you taped it, like here, like you can see that it's a bit flatter, not really, but you can somewhat see it, if at all. And then you just make a small circle of the little thingamabob, like you're rolling up the clay, and then you flatten it a bit, and you put it on top of the little flattened area where they connect. And probably should use hot glue, maybe super glue. I wouldn't recommend it. Hot glue is like a cosplayer's best friend. You put it there and you paint it before you put it on, of course. You paint it and then you draw on the symbol of whichever ring that you're doing, whether it's the thumb rings, pointer, middle finger ring, or pinky. Does he even have, yeah, he has pinky rings. He's Eridan. And then you hot glue it on, and there you go. I mean, if you don't have metal tape around, and or if it's too expensive, then just super glue. That's all I have to say. I would recommend tape, but super glue, best friend. And that's that for the rings. After you glue on the symbol thing, there it goes. But for the bracelets, I only have a few minutes left here. For the bracelets, you cut along lengthwise. Of course, you always want to make sure that it's big enough. I'm just going to be making a very simple and fast one really quickly. Like I said, make sure the edges are good. Then what you want to do with the Sharpie is, if you are horrible at just randomly cutting stuff like me, you draw on, you guys can't see it, but you draw on like where the stuff goes, like the little squiggly line, whatever the heck it is, the Aquarius symbol. You draw it on, and that's pretty much all you do, is that you just make like little guidelines for yourself. This is, like I said, going to be like a horrible quick one. You guys probably can't even see the Sharpie, but you just make quick little thingamabobs. I already did one of these, so this should be the end result. This little squiggly line. But it's pretty much the same thing. Just make sure that the shiny side is out for both of those. That's the side that you're going to be painting. I mean, I haven't tried it with this side, but you can try it, I guess. But, shiny side recommended. Make sure it's wrapped around. For these kind of things, since you can't really slip it on or off, I would recommend getting like those little strips of Velcro and just cutting smaller ones, and or just like a little square and putting it on like the very edge of one of them, like the Velcro that sticks to itself. Just putting it on the edge so it's hidden, so you can wrap it around and just stick it on and take it off whenever needed. And whenever you're cutting this, like if it's too big, whenever you're cutting this, just make sure that the zigzags line up, because you don't want them to be like that and look really, really stupid and derpy. So you want to make sure that the edges line up. I mean, you can just go back through and cut off little bits and pieces if needed. See? And then there you go. I mean, that's most of the Ampora cosplay. I mean, I'm going to be doing a how-to cape, Ampora cape later. Only Eridan's cape, not the giant dual scarf person's cape. I can't word today. Anyway, but there's that. You can use any kind of can. It doesn't matter. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just comment below. I guess that's goodbye. Still sad that Guadalupe isn't here, but bye.